Hey, this is Cody from Treeline, and today I'm going to go over some of the new features in the latest release. So the first feature I want to show off today is one we've had a lot of requests for, and that is copying and pasting data from an external source into our internal editors inside of Treeline. So I'm going to show an example of that. So we have this construct dictionary machine, which if we open it up, you'll see it's just a normal thing, and we have to type data in here. So um, stuff like this, and with large examples this becomes really tedious. So one of the things we wanted to focus on is getting data into that so it treats it like an actual text editor. So here I have an example from the Stripe docs, and it's just, you can see it's a JavaScript object with some data in it. I've copied it and put it into a text editor so we can see what it looks like without the HTML. And so typing this out by hand would be a real pain. So let's select it and go back into Treeline here. And if we pop this open and we select this key, it's going to highlight it, and I can Control V and copy and paste it. And there we go. I didn't have to type any of it. So that's really neat. The other kind of thing is we want to be able to copy out of this. So in order to do that, I can select a key. So in this case, I just want to copy this source object. So I select the key there, or the object bracket, and I copy it. And so now if I open up my text editor and paste it in, it's going to stringify it as JSON and paste it. So I have my object. So there we go. Copy and paste into our editors. Okay, so another feature I want to show off is something that comes in handy when you're looking at refactoring routes and circuits in Treeline. So you've always had the ability to drag parts around to rearrange them. And now we've added the ability to drag entire trees and copy them. So if I'm refactoring this branch and I have this little part down here and I want to move some of these over and tweak it a little bit, but I don't want to have to recreate all this logic, I can select one or multiple ones by holding Shift and selecting them. And if I hold Shift or Alt when I start dragging these, it's going to make a copy of these. So if I start dragging these and I go down here and I drop it here, it's going to copy these three parts onto this circuit. So now I can continue on and refactor them. If I was just to select these and drag it up here, it's going to move them. And so there's a little bit of different rules. I can't move parts within themselves and different logic like that, but I can copy any part and place it anywhere. So if I take these three and then I wanted to copy them onto itself, I can go ahead and do that. So that is copying. So the last thing I want to show you today is something that we're really excited about, and that's the ability to start dynamically refactoring some of your routes and circuits. So you probably had it before where you've had this route and you create this logic and you configure these parts and you want to reuse it somewhere else. So right now the only way to do that would be to recreate that as a custom machine and then replace this in both of the places where you want to use it, or recreate this tree in the other place where you want to use it. So today we're really excited to show off the ability to kind of group these things and to create machines or custom machines for you. So I have this route and I want to refactor this, and so I have this ability or this logic here that's going to construct an array. It's going to count the items in it. It's going to get the last item, and then it's going to build up a custom object that gives me the count and the last item in there. And I think I'm going to want to use this again in a few different places. So what I can do is I can select these parts by selecting the first one or other ones in it, and then I can hold Shift and it's going to select multiple items. So in this case I want to select this entire tree, and you'll see this little button pops up here, Create Machine from Group. So if I click that, it's going to ask me for a name for my new machine. So let's call this count and get last item. So I hit save, and now what's going to happen is it's going to go and create a new custom machine for me in my project called count and get last item, and then it's going to bundle it up and replace the parts in my circuit with that part. So I can continue working on, and you see it's going to give me that thing or my result. So if I go and look at my project and I go and look at my custom machines, you'll see that I have the count and get last item. And if I open this up, you'll see I still have my circuit here with it all configured just like it was before. So we think that's going to come in handy a lot as your apps start to grow and get bigger.